Miss Fraser here, speaking to you on updates involving Eliminatrix. I'm going to speak to you involving updates and tell you, where it is that I've been for the past year, because that's literally the last time I posted on here. So, I just dropped a video yesterday, and I got a lot of questions involving where I've been, I even got one of my old friends asking, he's alive? So yeah, I'm very much so alive. I've just been busy on Instagram. I was doing a lot of visuals on Instagram, and I basically transitioned my content. Like, I transitioned from gaming to, actual visuals, and I was doing concept music videos. I was finna get ready to work on that, actually. But one of the things that I had gravitated towards the most would probably have to be photography. I picked up that along this year of being absent from YouTube, so that's what I've been doing. I've been all on Instagram doing that, and I actually gained a good amount of recognition from doing so. But with that being said, I'm going to speak on the reason why I'm back. So I actually was doing really good with the whole, visual aspect of things. I actually had projects in the brink of, they were actually in development. I had projects in development, and yeah, so it was going well. And y'all know me, when it comes to me, I don't really care too much about, clout, quote unquote, like recognition. Like, I just put my stuff out there, and if it gets, if it gets noticed, it gets noticed. If it gets, if it gets a good amount of recognition, it gets a good amount of recognition. But I don't do this for attention. I just like to showcase what it is that I do, because sometimes I capture good things, and whether it's gaming, photography, music video concepts, I don't do it for clout. I just do it to do it. So that being said, I literally had all my comments, not available on Instagram. Like, when it came to comments, for whatever reason, I just felt as if it would be best for me and my page on Instagram if I just didn't have comments. For one, for the sheer fact that there's always going to be someone to be hating on you regarding what it is that you're doing, regarding whether or not it's good or not. You're always going to have someone hating on you for something. So that was that. And I guess you can also lean on the good side of things. Like, okay, yeah, you can gain support from comments. It's not just negative. But at the same time, I didn't want, to be gassing myself up. Even if I were to get no negative comments and it was all good, like, people literally let that shit, like, depict who they are as a person. Like, they'll really go as far as to using what people tell them as acquiring an image for themselves. They can't really, like, they'll start leaning on that too much. So I didn't want that to be a thing, which is why I just have my comments off. And okay, so that's that on the comments. But one thing that kind of, caused me to basically get off was, it kind of branched out further than comments. Like, okay, DMs was always a thing. My DMs were always active. Like, I always had a good amount of people trying to hit me up, although I was really only in contact with like 3. But my DMs was always active. So one night, someone hit me up involving some very disturbing things involving Maria. And y'all know Maria and, the significance of her. So basically, I'm not gonna go into full detail, but basically they went with the intentions to, tear us apart. Because I had just posted a tribute edit of her and I. Like, I had just posted it because, we're going on 3 years, and I just hadn't really posted anything of her yet since a while ago. So I posted something and it got a lot of views. Like it was the second post on there to get over 1,000 views. So I was like, dang. But it wasn't long after that when someone else had hit me up involving some things involving Maria, and basically it just caused a lot of drama, and I don't know, like I started to change my whole interpretation on Instagram as a whole. So yeah, that made me understand how toxic Instagram actually is, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been through a lot of stuff, and I've undergone a lot of changes involving myself. Like that's something else that I've been doing within this whole year thing. Like I've undergone a lot of changes. So with that being said, these days I try to avoid as much negativity as possible. And I thought that I was doing that by disregarding comments and stuff like that. That was only fooling it by a little bit, as you can see, because people still will DM you and go into depth and make whole stories and predicaments that aren't even anywhere near accurate, just to piss your life off. Like that's what Instagram is. Like that's what Instagram is. And aside from that, Instagram has caused a lot of problems in these last 3 years, involving a lot of shit. So, I was wanting to do RRC because RRC and Eliminatrix are two different things totally. Like RRC is just recreations, and that's when I tie in on my visuals. That's when I center in on my visuals and photography, things of that instance. Photography, music video concepts, that shit. That's RRC. Eliminatrix is the gaming side of things. That's where I do all the gaming edits, gaming posts. So yeah, I'm finna open back up Eliminatrix and get things back up and running on this end of things. And it shouldn't be that much of a drag, because most of everyone who is subscribed to me on here, I made a post in the discussions on YouTube basically letting it be known that I was going to be on Instagram. A lot of you followed me, so now you'll just see that I'm back here, and it shouldn't be that much of a problem. But in the previous video that basically showcased me returning, every song that was in that video is going to be every game that was in that video, my apologies, every game that was in that video is going to be a game that's going to be games that are going to be uploaded, excuse me, I'm sorry. So if I'm not mistaken, there was Anthem, which is what I'm playing right now. I'm kind of showcasing this, and this isn't even the actual Anthem game. Like, I actually own the actual Anthem game, but this particular footage is footage from the demo. I was playing the demo, and I fell in love, so I didn't die or anything. Like, I really like the concept of this game. I like the art style, I like the gameplay. It's just, to me, it's a game that I've been looking for. Like, it's a game that I've been looking for as far as a lot of things. Like, it's just great. But anyway, yeah, Anthem, Assassin's Creed. I haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna actually do the Assassin's Creed saga, because I'm thinking about bringing Assassin's Creed all the way back into the loop of things, because that used to be, my go-to. It still is my favorite series to this day, but that used to be the go-to content on this channel. I used to have a lot of Assassin's Creed on here, but I literally completed almost all of my games on this channel when I left, before I left. So Assassin's Creed saga, the whole Assassin's Creed. When I say that, I'm referring to like getting the Ezio trilogy, and then 3 is coming out next month, if I'm not mistaken. So getting the Ezio trilogy, playing through 3, and then playing through 4, and then just, you know, y'all have already seen Unity. So playing through 4, perhaps getting Rogue, just putting a lot of Assassin's Creed content on there. I'm thinking about doing that. Or I may just, you know, drop some Odyssey and call it a day. I haven't really decided on that yet, but I know for sure you're going to be seeing some Odyssey gameplay and some Origins, because there's a lot of long lost Origins content on this, you know, on PSN that I didn't even know that was still on my PSN account. But y'all going to be seeing some throwback Assassin's Creed Origins gameplay. So Anthem, Assassin's Creed, Devil May Cry 5, and I'm very hyped for. I cannot wait for that game. You don't even understand. I've been grinding on the previous games to like basically hype myself up for it. I've beaten Devil May Cry 4 in all the modes. Because that's how hype I am for 5. So I literally beat Devil May Cry 4 in all the different modes. It was very tedious and, you know, it was a long process, but it's just to show you how hype I am for 5. So 5, what else did I showcase? Jump Force. Oh, yes. Jump Force. When it comes to the fighting games, you're going to be seeing a lot of Jump Force. That's going to be the fighting game that I lean towards. So I hope you all enjoy the content that I actually already have content for Jump Force right now. Jump Force is going to be another one of those, you're seeing the content, but it's not updated. Like, you're going to be seeing a lot of outdated content. Like my CAC and everything, it's not, he looks completely different from the things you're going to be seeing. I actually have a build that I'm going to be showcasing, you know. I'm going to call it Razor's Wrath, you know. But the build is pretty dope. I haven't seen anybody really use it online, so I'm quite, you know, glad of that. I shared it with DMC, so he liked it, and I actually may do a crossover with him involving the whole game, and we may just discuss, you know, Jump Force, because there's a lot to talk about involving that game. Like, I expected more, he expected more. It's a great game, but they're lacking in a lot of things. Like, there's a lot of things that they should have done and just didn't do for whatever reason. So we may just do a crossover and explain our, you know, our feel for Jump Force, how we feeling about the game. So Jump Force, Anthem, Assassin's Creed, Devil May Cry 5, and you're also going to be seeing Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers, because that is, you know, another anime game that I lean towards. I'm not a fighters person. You're not going to see that much fighters. If you see fighters, it's because I went over to DMC's house and I played fighters. I don't own that game. I'm not getting that game anymore. Like, I left, came back, and everybody were gods, so it was just like, alright, you got it, G. So yeah, fighters, you know, I'm actually gonna just tell you to go to DMC. And you wanna see some good fighters content, he got you. I'm not even playing. Like, that dude, he didn't perfect me before. Like, he done a lot of things. He's done a lot of things on that game. Like, yeah, he is a high tier player. Like, not too many people that I know who can, you know, mess with him on that aspect of things. But we're kind of, he's better than me in Jump Force right now, but he's not as dominating as he was in fighters. Like, I can touch on him, you know. So I'm still working on getting better in Jump Force. But yeah, so those are all the games that are going to be displayed this time around for, you know, Eliminatory 4.0. I hope you all enjoy. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and here you go.